Hold on to your seats because Chrisean Rock just escalated the chaos to a whole new level. Forget casual drama, forget petty leaks, we're talking a full-blown blockbuster-level showdown that makes the Kardashian scandals look like nap-time tea parties. In a shocking revelation that has fans gasping and social media exploding. Chrisean claims her BD Blueface is ready to take down Zeus Network on her behalf. Yes, you heard that right. The network that has profited from her chaos and manipulated her reality might finally meet its match. The internet is buzzing with theories, memes, and disbelief. People are replaying her words like gospel, dissecting every syllable, and wondering if this is the start of the most dramatic collision in reality TV history. Chrisean isn't just hinting, she's signaling an all-out war. Producers, executives, even rival stars are watching nervously as the world anticipates what might happen next. And let's be real, this isn't just another celebrity feud. This is power, influence, and raw unpredictability colliding like a Hollywood disaster film. Every clip, every reaction, and every screenshot feels like a leaked dossier from a scandal no one saw coming. By the end of this, Zeus Network might not just be exposed. It could be completely reshaped. All because one woman dared to speak and one man might just execute her plan. If you thought reality TV drama had a limit, think again. Chrisean Rock has officially shattered every expectation. And now she's threatening to take the chaos from the screen straight into the streets, or at least into Zeus Network's boardroom. It all began quietly, like a storm brewing on the horizon. Fans noticed subtle hints in her social media posts, cryptic comments, and intense live streams. Then came the bombshell. Chrisean publicly claimed that her BD Blueface would come for Zeus Network on her behalf. Suddenly, what seemed like entertainment became an impending war to understand why this revelation is earth-shattering. You have to understand Chrisean's history with the network. Zeus Network, known for reality TV spectacles that thrive on emotional breakdowns. Staged fights and manufactured drama had been exploiting her chaotic energy for years. Every meltdown, every tear, and every explosive argument captured on camera was monetized, edited, and broadcasted, creating the illusion that she was the instigator of chaos, when in reality, she was a pawn in a larger machine. Her explosive claim that Blueface would step in doesn't just elevate the stakes. It completely reframes the power dynamics. Blueface isn't just a supportive partner. He's a force with influence, reach, and notoriety, capable of shaking the entertainment world. The idea that he would intervene on her behalf sent social media into a frenzy. Fans debated endlessly. Was this an empty threat, or the beginning of a calculated strike against Zeus Network? The first reactions were electric. Clips of her live revelation were shared millions of times. Screenshots circulated like wildfire. And every social media platform exploded with speculation. Memes began appearing within hours. One depicted Blueface as a superhero descending on Zeus Network. Another had Chrisean handing him a microphone like a weapon. Both scenarios emphasizing the absurdity and intensity of what she had. Promised, insiders began whispering that there might be truth behind her claims. Crew members, former stars, and even rival reality personalities started commenting subtly, hinting that the network wasn't as untouchable as it seemed. Suddenly, Chrisean's explosive personality, previously seen as chaotic and unpredictable, was recast as strategic and fearless. She wasn't just talking. She was warning. Fans dissected every word, every gesture. And every past clip of her interactions with Zeus, they began noticing patterns. Producer instructions, staged conflicts, and on-set manipulation that seemed to support her claims. What once looked like reality TV drama now resembled a calculated system of control. Chrisean's revelation reframed not only her past but also the entire network's modus operandi. Meanwhile, social media users began creating threads and breakdowns, comparing Chrisean and Blueface's dynamic to superhero duo tropes. Think Batman and Robin, but chaotic, unpredictable, and armed with cameras instead of gadgets. Some fans even speculated that Blueface had been quietly preparing for this moment. A silent partner waiting to strike when the time was right. The hype grew into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Zeus Network predictably tried to respond. A brief, vague statement calling her claims unfounded appeared on their official pages, but the damage was done. The audience didn't buy it. The network's silence, contrasted with Chrisean's explosive declaration, only reinforced the narrative that something shady was happening behind the scenes. Their attempts to control the story only fueled the frenzy. Even other celebrities couldn't resist weighing in. Some subtly acknowledged the legitimacy of her claims through cryptic tweets, emojis, or reposts, while others laughed at the absurdity of the impending showdown. Every public interaction, every subtle comment, fueled speculation about what Blueface might actually do and how Zeus Network would react. The combination of celebrity commentary, fan frenzy, and Chrisean's fearless declarations made this one of the most watched and analyzed moments in reality TV history. The tension escalated further when Chrisean hinted at insider knowledge potential contracts, messages, and video evidence that could expose Zeus Network's manipulation tactics in unprecedented detail. Fans went wild, trying to connect the dots, predict the next move, and imagine the ultimate showdown. Her claim wasn't just a threat. It was a promise of exposure. Warning that the network's secrets might be publicly laid bare. And then came the memes and viral content. Fans created wild illustrations of Blueface storming Zeus offices like a superhero, dramatic reenactments of her statements, and even animated sequences showing Chrisean orchestrating a media takeover. Every clip, every screenshot, every tweet became part of a narrative larger than life, part scandal, part cultural commentary, and entirely sensational by now. The public perception had shifted. Chrisean was no longer just a chaotic reality star. She was a strategic force, someone capable of rallying not just fans but the culture itself. The network's once solid reputation appeared fragile under the weight of her declarations. And the world was waiting for the inevitable collision, holding their breath for what would happen when Blueface took action. Every angle of this story, from social media reactions to insider whispers, painted a vivid picture. Chrisean Rock had escalated a reality TV feud into a cultural event. Fans, celebrities, and insiders alike were caught in a whirlwind of anticipation. Questions dominated every conversation. Would Blueface really intervene? What would Zeus Network do? How far could this go? And most importantly, how much chaos would erupt before the truth fully emerged? Her statement set the stage for a battle that's bigger than reality TV. It's a spectacle of influence, power, and bravado. And for anyone watching, the tension is impossible to ignore. Every clip, every headline, every viral post feeds the narrative that Chrisean Rock isn't just creating drama, she's rewriting the rules. And Blueface might just be the wrecking ball to make it happen. By the end of this first act, one thing is undeniable. The stakes have never been higher. Chrisean has turned personal frustration into a viral, culture-shaking revelation. And the world is watching closely as Zeus Network braces for impact. Fans, insiders, and even rival networks are paying attention. Because this isn't just a feud, it's potentially the biggest reality TV shakeup in years. As soon as Chrisean Rock's explosive claim went viral, social media erupted in chaos. Fans, celebrities, and industry insiders all scrambled to weigh in. Memes flooded timelines within hours. One had Blueface descending like Thor with a hammer, poised to crush Zeus Network, while Chrisean handed him a microphone like it was a weapon of mass exposure. Another viral meme placed Zeus executives in a panic room, papers flying everywhere as Chrisean and Blueface plotted their next move. The internet had officially turned her declaration into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. The public reaction was immediate and intense. Clips of her live statement were replayed millions of times. Screenshots circulated like digital contraband. And fan theories exploded across platforms. Some argued this was all hype, a calculated move to get attention. Others insisted it was a prelude to a massive takedown, painting Blueface as the ultimate enforcer. And with every new post Chrisean made, the speculation intensified. Every emoji, every cryptic comment, every subtle nod on her socials was scrutinized for hidden meaning. Celebrity reactions poured in like a tidal wave. Cardi B's followers flooded comment sections with support, echoing Chrisean's words and hyping the potential showdown. Summer Walker posted cryptic lyrics seemingly backing the revelation. Even rappers and reality TV stars with past ties to Zeus were subtly hinting they knew the network's secrets. It was as if an entire celebrity ecosystem had turned into a shadow jury, waiting to see if Blueface would act on Chrisean's claims. The memes escalated the hysteria. One viral post depicted Zeus Network as a sinking ship, Chrisean standing at the helm with Blueface as a cannon firing truth bombs. Another showed producers frantically rewriting scripts in real time as Chrisean live streamed her revelations. Social media wasn't just reacting. It was rewriting the narrative, turning a single live statement into a multi-layered spectacle that made every other reality TV drama look tame. Fans weren't just entertained, they were obsessed. Forums dedicated to dissecting every word and gesture started trending. Viewers replayed old Zeus Network episodes to spot patterns of manipulation, coached conflicts, and signs that Chrisean's claims might be backed by hidden evidence. Suddenly, what was once scripted reality began to look like an emotional labyrinth of control, and Chrisean's explosive words were the key to unlocking it. The tension escalated when rumors of insider proof began circulating. Anonymous sources claimed there were screenshots, text messages, and behind-the-scenes clips showing producers instructing Chrisean to provoke fights, overreact, and stage her emotions. Whether verified or not, these claims made fans treat her statements like evidence. Every post from Chrisean was now scrutinized for clues, making her the center of a digital investigation larger than any reality TV scandal before. Even the network's response added fuel to the fire. Zeus posted a brief, dismissive statement calling her claims unfounded, but it backfired spectacularly. Their attempt at damage control made them look defensive and, worse, secretive. Fans immediately assumed the worst. If Chrisean was lying, why did the network act like she was exposing nuclear secrets? This only amplified the speculation that she had indeed touched on something explosive behind the scenes. The pop culture comparisons alone were enough to keep the narrative trending. Fans likened Chrisean to whistleblowers like Edward Snowden, taking on a massive manipulative system. Blueface was cast as her enforcer, her Neo from the Matrix, ready to bend the rules and shatter illusions for truth. Every retweet, share, and viral clip fed the storyline, elevating a reality TV feud into a high-stakes cultural event. Podcasters, YouTubers, and entertainment reporters jumped on the frenzy. Analysis videos dissected her words frame by frame, while reaction channels created countdowns predicting what Blueface might do. The drama wasn't just trending, it was becoming a movement. Fans were no longer passive viewers, they were participants, commentators, and theorists, fully invested in the unfolding saga. Meanwhile, Chrisean hinted at even more revelations to come. She teased additional receipts that could fully expose Zeus Network's behind-the-scenes tactics, suggesting the current chaos was only the beginning. Fans went wild, speculating on what these hidden pieces of evidence could reveal: secret contracts, covert instructions, or perhaps more explosive moments orchestrated by producers. The narrative had become a multi-layered thriller that no one could stop following. Celebrity, allies, and critics alike fueled the frenzy. Some subtly supported her claims, while others questioned her motives, sparking debates that spilled over into mainstream media. Interviews, blogs, and podcasts analyzed the legitimacy of her accusations, adding another dimension to the story. Suddenly, what started as a live rant became an ongoing case study of power, influence, and manipulation in reality TV. At the center of all this, Blueface remained a mysterious figure. Fans speculated endlessly. Would he step in directly or act behind the scenes? Was he gathering evidence, confronting executives, or simply amplifying Chrisean's voice? Every cryptic post he made was dissected, turning him into a cultural enigma and intensifying the anticipation. Social media buzzed with speculation. From serious predictions to outrageous memes imagining full scale. Showdowns between him and Zeus Network, and the memes kept evolving. Some turned the drama into a cinematic universe, casting Chrisean as the rebel leader, Blueface as the enforcer, and Zeus executives as bumbling villains. Others compared the unfolding saga to blockbuster movies, claiming this real-life drama was more intense than any Marvel or DC release. The narrative was larger than life, absurdly entertaining, and utterly impossible to ignore. By now, the public perception had shifted completely. Chrisean was no longer just a chaotic reality star. She was a fearless, strategic force exposing systemic manipulation. Fans, creators, and even industry insiders began questioning the integrity of the network itself. The story had moved from entertainment to cultural reckoning. With Chrisean and Blueface at the epicenter. Just when it seemed the internet had processed everything, Chrisean dropped another bomb. In a follow-up livestream, she emphasized that this was only the start, that Blueface's involvement wasn't a threat, but a promise of accountability, of exposing wrongdoing, and reclaiming power from those who exploited her. Fans erupted, theories multiplied, and the anticipation for Part 3 of this saga reached a fever pitch. The tension, the speculation, and the memes all point to one thing. The next chapter could be catastrophic, explosive, and utterly unprecedented. The world isn't just watching, it's preparing for the fallout. Chrisean Rock has elevated what started as reality TV chaos into a full-blown cultural phenomenon, and Blueface is positioned as the ultimate wild card in this unfolding drama. As the storm raged across social media, the aftermath of Chrisean Rock's explosive claims began to take shape. What started as a live rant had evolved into a seismic event with real-world consequences. Zeus Network, once untouchable, now faced scrutiny like never before. Fans, critics, and industry insiders dissected every word, every post, and every subtle gesture, piecing together a narrative that threatened to expose the network's manipulation tactics in full view of the world. The pressure was intense, and the ramifications were only beginning to ripple. The first impact was reputational. Zeus Network's credibility plummeted as their attempts to dismiss Chrisean's claims backfired. Vague statements and weak PR efforts only fueled public suspicion. Fans flooded review platforms, social media, and forums, demanding transparency and accountability. What had once been a glamorous, edgy network now looked defensive, shaky, and possibly complicit in exploiting its stars. Executives reportedly scrambled to contain the fallout, but the damage was done. Chrisean had transformed from a reality star into a catalyst for exposure. Meanwhile, Chrisean's own reputation skyrocketed. No longer just the chaotic star, she was now seen as fearless, strategic, and relentless. Her ability to turn her personal struggle into a viral expose made her a symbol for creators everywhere. She wasn't merely claiming victimhood. She was taking control, dictating the narrative, and rallying public support in a way that made Zeus Network's image crumble by the hour. Fans weren't just cheering. They were actively following her every move, analyzing her words, and spreading her message like wildfire. Blueface's involvement added another layer of intensity. While some doubted the seriousness of his potential intervention, his mere association amplified the stakes. Every social media interaction, from cryptic posts to subtle likes, became a clue in the ongoing saga. Fans speculated endlessly. Was he secretly gathering evidence, planning a strategic confrontation, or simply backing Chrisean in a way that would leave Zeus scrambling for answers? The mystery surrounding his role kept the narrative unpredictable and addictive, fueling endless discussion online. The cultural impact was immediate. Memes, reaction videos and commentary channels turned Chrisean's live statements into educational and entertaining content. Comparisons to superheroes, vigilantes, and cultural icons abounded. One viral meme depicted Zeus executives as panicking villains, while Chrisean, flanked by Blueface, orchestrated a masterclass in exposure. Another compared her and Blueface to Bonnie and Clyde, a chaotic duo taking on a corrupt system. Every joke, every exaggeration, every creative post added fuel to the fire, keeping public attention laser-focused on the unfolding drama. Podcasters and media outlets quickly realized this wasn't just a reality TV feud. Articles analyzed systemic exploitation, contract manipulation, and the psychological impact of production tactics. Chrisean was being compared to whistleblowers and cultural disruptors, not for fame, but for courage in speaking truth to power. Her story shifted from entertainment to societal conversation, prompting discussions about fairness, manipulation, and ethical boundaries in the entertainment industry. The network's response, or lack thereof, only worsened matters. Attempts to spin new content, introduce fresh stars, and downplay the controversy failed spectacularly. Fans and creators alike saw through the messaging. The system that once controlled narratives was now under attack. With Chrisean at the center, supported by a public unwilling to be silenced, the saga had become bigger than any single episode or viral clip. It was a reckoning. Meanwhile, Chrisean continued to escalate strategically, teasing unreleased evidence, hinting at insider knowledge, and dropping cryptic updates. She maintained control over the story. Every live stream and post reinforced her narrative. She was not a pawn, but a force capable of exposing wrongdoing. The tension built to a crescendo as the audience realized the full implications. Zeus Network could not survive this level of scrutiny without losing credibility, subscribers, and cultural relevance. Blueface's presence, whether symbolic or active, added credibility to her claims. Fans interpreted his potential intervention as a signal of solidarity and power. The idea of a major cultural figure publicly confronting the network created a sense of inevitability, as if Zeus's downfall was no longer a possibility. But a pending event. Memes, fan theories, and viral content amplified this sentiment, making the narrative unavoidable and deeply engaging. The aftermath also affected other industry players. Cast members, former stars, and behind-the-scenes personnel began speaking in hushed tones, dropping hints that the network's manipulation wasn't isolated. Social media lit up with speculation, past episodes were scrutinized, and the broader conversation shifted to the ethics of reality. TV Chrisean's story became a lens through which fans evaluated the entire industry, creating cultural waves far beyond a single feud. By now, Chrisean's influence was undeniable. She had not only exposed potential exploitation, but had also demonstrated how power, strategy, and courage could reshape narratives. Fans followed her every move, celebrating her resilience and intelligence. Blueface's connection amplified her reach, creating a duo whose presence symbolized accountability, disruption, and chaos in equal measure. Zeus Network, meanwhile, faced an uphill battle, forced to defend itself in an arena it could no longer control. Ultimately, the saga left a lasting mark. Chrisean Rock had moved from reality star to cultural icon, from chaotic figure to strategic force, and from exploited talent to public champion of truth. Fans, creators, and critics alike recognized the power shift. She and Blueface had become symbols of accountability and resistance. Zeus Network's once dominant narrative had been flipped, and the entertainment world would never see them the same way again. As the dust settled, one truth remained crystal clear: the story isn't over. Chrisean hinted at more revelations, more evidence, and more chaos waiting to drop. Blueface's role, whether direct or symbolic, continued to captivate the public imagination, and the audience, now fully invested, waited eagerly for the next chapter. What started as a shocking live claim had transformed into a cultural movement, one that could redefine reality TV, celebrity power, and the very concept of influence in the entertainment industry. Chrisean Rock had not just claimed power, she had seized it. And in doing so, she exposed not only Zeus Network, but the hidden dynamics that govern fame, exploitation, and control. The saga left fans breathless, critics stunned, and the network scrambling, proving that one voice, amplified by truth and backed by influence, can dismantle an empire. The stage is set, the players are in motion, and the world watches as the drama continues to unfold. And we all know this story is far from finished. Whoa! If your jaw is still on the floor, congratulations. You just witnessed reality TV chaos reach levels that make Marvel crossovers look boring. Chrisean Rock didn't just drop a bomb. She detonated a cultural earthquake, and the aftershocks are hitting Zeus Network hard. And guess what? This is exactly why you need to smash that like button like it owes you cash. Because this is the kind of drama that defines an era. Drop your hottest takes in the comments. Are you team #Chrisean and Blueface? Or are you still trying to process the sheer audacity of this reveal? We want every opinion, every theory, every wild prediction. The internet is buzzing, and your voice is officially part of this viral courtroom. Don't sit on the sidelines while the story unfolds. Dive in, debate, and dominate the discussion. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because on Expose Express, we don't just cover scandal, we live it, breathe it, and deliver it to your screens first. Miss an episode and you risk being left in the dust while the next blockbuster revelation shakes the internet. Trust me, you don't want to be the last to know who's exposed next. Remember? In this world, fame fades, chaos escalates, and secrets always come out. Chrisean Rock just proved one person can disrupt an entire empire, and we're here for every shocking moment. Keep your popcorn ready, stay glued to your screens, and never underestimate the power of truth, drama, and a little bit of viral chaos. Smash that like. Comment your reactions, subscribe, and stay tuned, because on Expose Express, the next scandal is always around the corner, ready to blow your mind. Blow your mind.